Well, 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 Football Manager 23 has arrived. Now, anybody who is anybody seems to be playing the beta at the moment, so let's give that a go, shall we? Now, I know Gobby Gaffer is back off his holidays, but he landed at an airport right up north somewhere, so I'll let him fill you in on who he's going to be managing. Hey, I'm back! And it's no secret, is it, who I've decided to manage? Newcastle United. Quite an interesting team, really. They've just had new money come into the club and potentially could outspend anybody in the Premier League, really. Obviously, the FFP malarkey, whatever form that's in these days, will have a big say on that. But yes, I'm back. And I'm going to chance my arm with Newcastle United. Won't be easy. Finished mid-table last season, but I'm going to try and do as well as I can with them. So let's jump straight into it, shall we? Newcastle hire Gaffer as manager. Newcastle have today confirmed the appointment of Gobby Gaffer as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the inexperienced 61-year-old, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at St James Park. Gaffer has put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth £43,500 a week. House hunting. He replaces previous manager Eddie Howe. Sorry, Eddie. Okay, so club vision and expectations meeting. They want me to sign a high reputation players, grow the club's reputation, increase commercial revenue, work within the wage budget, obviously. The interesting juicy bits are qualify for the UEFA Europa League, reach the latter stage of the FA Cup, and reach the latter stages of the Carabao Cup. That's all this season. The end of next season, they want to work towards qualifying for the Champions League, and same for the season afterwards, work towards qualifying for the Champions League. There's nothing in there about winning the league. They want us to get into the Champions League places. And at the end of the 25-26 season, qualify for the Champions League and win the FA Cup. And if we have a look at the supporters' expectations for the season, so our supporters are made up of 11% hardcore, 40% as a core. I find that a little bit hard to believe. I would have thought it'd have been a lot more, but anyway, 19% family, 14% fair weather. I don't think Newcastle have any fair weather fans, do they, really? But anyway, 3% corporate, so that's the prawn sandwich brigade, and 13% casual. Again, I think most Newcastle fans are pretty hardcore, so I find that a bit hard to believe, but you know, it's all to be taken into consideration. So as you can see, I've already dropped a preliminary tactic into their preliminary formation. So we've got Nick Pope in goal, who is a 3.5 star, and we've got 2 backup goalkeepers. I mean, generally across the team, we seem to be made up of 3.5 star players, which in theory should do okay in the Premier League. If we just have a quick look at the season preview, we're 33-1 to finish 7th in the division. I'd take that now, actually. 7th in the division would do me quite nicely for my first season in charge. We don't have any players in the media Dream 11. As expected, there are 6 Manchester City players, 3 Liverpool players, and 2 Chelsea players. And even in the key players, we do have to scoot down a fair way before we find 2 Alexander Isak and Bruno Guimaraes. Bank balance is looking rather nice. 151 million in the bank. We have a transfer budget of 40 million, which is due to go up to 73 million next season. Wage budget is 2.6 million, of which at the moment we're spending 2.1. So there's about 500,000 there to spend if I decide to bring some new players in, which I think I am going to do, obviously. There's a few positions that need bolstering a bit. And if there are any players out there who I think would fit in really well to our tactic, then we'll be trying to bring those in as well. Quite a bit of work to do on the staff front. We have an assistant manager, head of youth development, head performance analysis. We've got 6 coaches and we're allowed 11. So there's quite a bit of work to do there. We are over the budget in performance analysis. We've got 4, only allowed 3. Scouts were allowed 12, only got 9. Recruitment analysts we're allowed 4, only got 2. And go over to no head physio in the medical department. 5 physios were allowed, we've only got 3. So there's a little bit of work to do on the staff front. Won't bore you with all that, but behind the scenes I will be doing a lot of work. If you just look at the bar chart here, for instance, on the coaching side, it is quite low. The best coaching attribute that we have is attacking. Liverpool have the best coaching in the Premier League. Worst is Wolves. We're about, I don't know, 80% of the way up there, so we're doing okay on the attacking front. Goalkeeping needs a lot of work, fitness needs a lot of work, so that I can bring another 5 coaches in. I'll definitely be working on that. So as we stand at the moment, it's the 27th of June. We haven't played any friendly games yet. Those are all to be played off camera, and the fixture list has been announced, and our first 2 games of the season, which will be on camera, will be Fulham away and Leicester at home. And no disrespect to West Ham, but our first reasonably big game of the season is Arsenal away. So that's going to be a tough game. That's on the 31st of August. We play Tottenham and Manchester City the first 2 games in October. So they'll be difficult games as well. Transfer business has already been done. Bearing in mind we still have 40 million to spend. We spent 118 million as we speak, and transfers out 1 million. So we have spent quite a bit of money already, and those are made up of Nick Pope, who came in from Burnley, very good keeper, very impressed. Loris Karius came in from Liverpool on a free, 29-year-old, he will be the backup keeper. Matthew Targett came in from Aston Villa for 12 million, full-back who can also play wing-back. I like to play wing-back, so that's ideal. Paid 35 million to Lille for Sven Botman, central defender, ball-playing defender, which is quite nice. Left-footed, so he can also play left wing-back if I want him to. The big money deal was 60 million to San Sebastian for Alexander Isak, 22-year-old. I'm expecting a lot from this lad. Hopefully he's going to put the ball between the 2 white sticks for me. So those are the standout transfers. So I spent a few minutes having a look through the squad planner, and on the face of it, first 11, very good, should hold their own in the Premier League. Backup wise, not quite sure. Up front, we've got Isaac, Callum Wilson, Sam Maximum, who is primarily kind of left-sided player, isn't he really? Well, left or right-sided. He can play up front, but it's not his best position. But potentially we've got 3 players there who can play up front. But if we look in the midfield area, there's Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Joe Willock, Longstaff, Almiron. I think we could do with another. I mean, we've got 40 million to spend. We're not going to get a top player, are we? I mean, it's nice to have some money to spend. We have got a wage budget to spend as well, so I think we do need a midfield player. I think wing backs, I'm okay. I'm reasonably happy with at this moment in time. Centre backs, I mean, Sven Botman, they've got down there as like a left full back, but he's one of my best centre backs really. And my centre backs are only 3-star. I think I could do with another centre back as well. But if we have a look at the squad and go into registration, maximum squad size 25. We've actually got 25 registered, so there will have to be some outgoings or unregistering players, because I need to bring in, I think, at least a couple of players, at least one midfielder, at least one centre back. Work to do. Okay, little overview there of what I'm going to be doing, managing Newcastle obviously. We've had a little overview of the club, the players that are there, the staff. finances. I think this is going to be really interesting, managing Newcastle, and see how far we can take them. So I'm keeping it reasonably short today. Tomorrow we'll be coming back for any transfer business. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be some. And the first 2 games of the season against Fulham and Leicester. Let's hope we can have a nice start and get 6 points on the board. That would be very, very nice. So we'll see you very, very soon. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If it's the kind of thing that you'd like to see more of, please subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and we'll see you next time for more from me, the Gobby Gaffer.